Hi guys! Of course I'm making this video like at the same time, at the same exact moment because I'm wearing the same clothes in the same area, and I just wanted to like make a video about hair everywhere hair. And I felt like this is long overdue because this is my third time ordering from them, and you may think, oh, a third time, they must be great. Well, I feel like every company has their like perks and like pros and cons basically. I ordered my first time ordering. I ordered a couple. I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago. I'm not exact. I think it was in 2013 or 14. 2014. No, I ordered in 2013. I think. Yeah. And so basically it took a while for me. Like, I'm used to stuff coming in the mail like a couple of days later, but they take like 2 weeks and they have no expedited shipping, which is one of the things that I hate. Like, I'm a very impatient person. But I guess 2 weeks is not that bad compared to like AliExpress. I think it takes a while. I've never ordered from AliExpress actually, and I want to try that next. The first time I ordered, everything came right, I guess. And the second time I ordered, I decided to go for a curlier pattern. The hair that I ordered first, I actually still have that hair. So I guess it lasts long. With these hairs, I think they're 5A hair, grade 5A. And personally, I think you need to be best friends with silicone mix if you're trying to like have a good experience with these hair, like hair from these type of companies. The second time I ordered an 18-inch, 16, 14-inch, and a 14-inch closure. So it was a loose wave in 18, 16, and 14. When I got the hair, I think I got a 20, 18, and 16, and a 12-inch closure. And you can imagine like how weird that was due to like the 4-inch gap between the closure and the hair. And I didn't like the way that it looked layered. So like and especially it's curly. So like I'm gonna have like 12-inch curls up here, and then like the next ones are down here. So it looks weird. And I complained to them about it, and no one got back to me. I was like, okay, whatever, So the next time I ordered, this is the last hair that I ordered, and I ordered this for my birthday in August. It is now December, and I've been through some things with this hair already. Okay, so the first time I was ordering for my birthday. I was like, this hair has to come in time. I ordered their body wave because the loose wave was a little bit like too high maintenance for me, and so I decided to get like a straighter pattern, but something with a little wave. So like, if I like just get up out of bed, it doesn't look too flat. It has like some kind of body to it. And so I went ahead and I think I ordered a 20-inch, 18-inch, and a 16-inch with a 16-inch closure. And no, I ordered a frontal. Yeah, it was 20, 18, 16, and a 16-inch lace frontal, right? And I'm here waiting, like, after like the first couple of days, they send you your tracking number, but then they tell you to wait 72 hours before you check it because it needs time to update. So I'm like, okay, me being impatient, I check it anyways, and there's no movement. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait 72 hours. I wait 72 hours, no movement. They have a text line, so I text them like, there's like nothing happening with my package, and they're like, oh, give it time. I'm like I don't have time. But I wait anyways, and I'm waiting, and like it's like the day before it's supposed to arrive, and still no updates in the USPS tracking. So I'm like, what is happening? I feel like something's wrong. Like deep down, I feel like something's wrong. And so I let him know. She's like, oh, you have to wait until the time has passed for us to do anything. So I'm like, okay, the day comes, nothing, like no package arrives, still no tracking update. I'm like, okay. And I'm worried because it's for my birthday, and this is like already August 6th, I think, and my birthday is August 26th. So I'm like, if I was to order again, it's gonna be another 2 weeks. It might not show up. I'm like freaking out. So the next day I contact them, Well, first I contacted USPS because I wanted to make sure, like, you know, they had the package. Like, if anything, because they did tell me, like, they shipped the package. So, if anything, and like, to do with shipping or delays, I'd probably have to contact USPS. Anyways, contact them, ask them about it. So, the guy tells me, oh, we never received this package. So, I'm like, what? So, I've been waiting for something that was never mailed. So, I contact them, and I'm like, you know, they told me they never got my package. Like, what is happening? I'm like freaking out because I need this hair for my birthday. I need to embalm it because it was my 21st birthday. And I'm like freaking out. And then finally she says, oh, it was never mailed. So I'm like, well, you told me it was mailed because I contacted them asking if I could get the closure longer. The frontal longer, I'm sorry, so that when I was like styling it, I didn't have to cut too much. Like when I cut it, it wouldn't be too short. So she's like, no, it's already packaged and shipped. I'm like, what the heck? Like, you told me like everything was already packaged and go, and I told them like you never shipped it. Like, that is ridiculous. And then she like directs me to their head of security, and this is a guy, right? And this is where I was like so displeased with their customer service, because first of all, this guy comes on the phone and he just starts yelling at me like, oh, this is not our fault, because apparently my address was wrong. Like, it wasn't wrong, everything was right, state, zip code, street, house number, everything. There was just like one line in there, like the name of the community where I lived before. So it said Spring Meadows when there shouldn't be any Spring Meadows there. And so I guess they didn't pick up the address or something. I don't know what happened, because I felt like with everything else being fine, like, I'm pretty sure you could have found the address, because the address was fine. Like, the address was good. It just had that extra Spring Meadows because of the Google autofill. Because, you know, when you start like typing your name or typing your address, it just pops up and Google will fill it in for you. So that's what I did, and apparently Google put in Spring Meadows. I kind of saw that, but I didn't think it would be a big deal. You know, like, you have my phone number, you have my email, you have my Instagram name, you have my freaking address. So, like, if something goes wrong, how about you email me, call me, text me, something like, hey, your address isn't working, like, we can't find your address, we're not going to ship the product. Don't have me waiting 2 weeks waiting for something that was never shipped, right? So I'm trying to explain this to the guy who is head of security of hair, and let me tell you, this guy takes himself way too seriously. He was so mean, and I feel like when you work with people so closely and you're basically customer service, you should have like some level of professionalism. Like, there was nothing. He spoke to me however he felt like speaking to me. He was calling me young lady, and maybe some people won't be offended by that, but I was really offended. I'm like, first of all, like, I'm grown. Like, I'm not grown, but I'm an adult. I'm considered an adult, work my own money, and I use my money to buy your hair, and you're gonna like try to belittle me by calling me young lady. I was so pissed off. He was like, oh, you need to calm down, this is your fault. I'm like, so I said, oh, this is so inconvenient, man. And he's like, this is your fault. What do you want me to do? What do you want to do? This is all your fault. I can give you your money back and you don't get no hair. Like, I'm like, what? Calm down. Like, I'm trying to figure out. It's like, oh, I can refund you and you reorder. Like, or you can like just get a full refund. The money that I paid for like these 3 bundles and a frontal, it was like $238. Like, I'm just gonna like come out and say it was $238 for that. I think they had like a discount if you checked out with PayPal or something like that, 10% or whatever they had, because they always have sales like 20%, 10% off. And so I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna find another company that will ship within the next 2 weeks for this amount of money, like the exact same thing that I wanted. So I just let him put it as store credit, and then I went ahead and I had to reorder everything. This time I changed the length on the frontal that I wanted, and I made sure everything was perfect, double checked my address, and I'm like, okay, I ordered. But this guy, that is the worst I've ever been dealt with while spending my money on a company. and it was just horrible, and I feel like he should be fired. But it's probably like one of their friends or something who knows nothing, and he probably came up with the idea of, oh, I'm gonna call myself head of security so I can, you know, seem more masculine. That's what I feel. And then, you know, finally the hair comes. You know, I started seeing tracking updates, and so finally here it comes. I sit outside and I stop the postman. He comes, and I had to sign for it. I think that's something that they do. Like, you have to sign. The actual person who orders has to sign for it. And so I go and check. I'm so excited. Like, everything seems good. All the lengths are fine, and I get a closure in front instead of a frontal. And I was so mad because I really wanted to try a frontal, and I'm like, okay, here's another step back. It was already the 18th, and my birthday was the next week. I'm like, what am I gonna do now? So I'm like, you know, like, I text the girl, whoever does the customer service. I texted her, and she's like, okay, send me a picture of it and send me your like order number. So I did that. And she says, hold on. So I'm like, holding on, and their text line cuts off at 4 o'clock. So I'm like, holding on. 4 o'clock passes, nothing. I'm like, wow. I get on Instagram, I see them posting, so I get on Instagram and explain my situation, you know, send them a picture, send them the order number, and no response. So I'm just like, oh my, like, why are they so bad? How are you just gonna take my money and not care what you give me? You know, the next day, I text the girl again, no response. And as I said, I'm very impatient. Like, I just cannot wait for them to get back to me, you know, like, I cannot wait for you to, like, put me on the back burner, like, after I've already spent my money with you while you're trying to, like, get more customers, like, sucker punch them into buying your product. But anyways, I put the hair in. I was, like, so, like, dissatisfied because this is not what I ordered. Really wanted to try a frontal, you know, but it just never worked out. No one, to this moment, no one has gotten back to me about frontal or giving me back the difference of the money. Like, this hair was not free. I paid my money, almost $240 for this hair. Like, I'm a student, I'm a full-time student. Like, finding that money can be hard sometimes. Like, don't even start with me. But yeah, I felt like they really need to work on their customer service and their head of security, and I feel like they have to work on a lot of things. But the hair itself was great. Like, I have pictures and stuff from like wearing the hair. When I first put it on, the lengths were great, the shine was great, and that's one thing that I know with them. Like, when you first get your hair, it always looks great, and then over time it starts to diminish. Because I put it in the 18th, and by like the 28th, I went to Atlantic City with my friends, and like, I was in a pool for like 5 minutes, and I felt like the biggest lump of hair at the back of my head. Like, it was so hard. I was like, what is this? When did I put my hair in a ponytail? But it was just like a tangled clump of hair, and it was so bad. Like, I couldn't even take it out. I had to cut it out. So that was that. But as I said, like, when you're ordering hair like this, silicone mix has to be your best friend, because there has not been a time when I put some silicone mix in there, leave it in for a couple hours, wash it out, and it doesn't look great again. Like, it absolutely looks great, soft and everything. Like, I just woke up this morning, like, and brushed this hair out because I didn't get to put my bonnet on last night. But I'm pleased with it, and I feel like with hair that is like 5A grade or some low grade of hair, you have to know how to handle it. You have to know the products that really get you there. And if you're not familiar with hair, I don't know, it's kind of hard. Yeah, but I mean, if it's your first time ordering from somebody, I think this is the way to go if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Hair Everywhere is like, they're sucky with customer service, and like, their hair isn't the best, but it's really cheap, and you can always bring it back to life. You know, get some silicone mix, some like really lightweight oil, and you'll be good. Like, no one can tell you that you didn't order like good quality hair. But I've yet to try anywhere else. I've only ordered hair 3 times, and it's been from this company, and I feel like the third time is a charm, meaning like, this is the last time. Probably shouldn't have said that, but this is the last time I'll be ordering from them, I think. I mean, the prices are definitely tempting, but I feel like I want to go like higher up. I want to try like better hair, have like better service. Like, if something is wrong, I need someone getting back to me right then and there. So I'll let you guys know if I order from anywhere else. And so basically from August, September, October, November, December, it's a 4-month update. I feel like it looks good. Of course it looks shorter because I ended up layering it, and like, to me, just get like, whenever I layer hair, it gets so short to me. And so that like makes me just keep cutting because I'm like scissor happy. So I just kept cutting. The other night I was just like, I'm just gonna like throw some big layers in here so I can get a really nice pattern. It doesn't look at its best now, but it's good, trust me, like it's good right now. My tip to anyone: get yourself like a big bottle of silicone mix and you'll be good for some time until you decide to throw it away. I still have all the hair that I've ordered from this company, which goes to show you, like, all you need is some silicone mix and you can just have it in the next day. Basically, you just soak it in silicone mix, wash it out, and style it. It works. My thing is that I always end up cutting all my hair into bobs. So the first hair I ordered, that's a bob now. Second hair, even though that's a loose wave, I made a bob with it. And as short as this is, like the first time I got it, it was like down here. And now it's this short. Like, I can promise you by the end of the month, it will be like this short. Like, I'll be wearing a full-blown bob next time. But let me guys know your thoughts on Hair Everywhere. Like, should I really give up on this company, or should I move on? Should I try AliExpress? Let me know who your favorite vendors are, your favorite origins, because I've only been buying Brazilian, and I don't know if there's better out there because I haven't tried it. But let me know.